President Biden's major speech in Poland happening today following his historic unannounced visit to the war zone in Ukraine. While you were sleeping, Russian President Vladimir Putin reacting forcefully to Mr. Biden's presence in the region. In his long-awaited State of the Nation address, he announced Moscow is suspending its participation in a key nuclear arms pact with the U.S. Tensions hitting new heights with Russia as the American and Polish presidents are together now. Soon, Mr. Biden will respond to Putin in a crucial speech in Warsaw. Our Allison Harris has the latest from the White House. Allison.
Adrienne, President Biden is right now meeting behind closed doors with Polish President Duda following a formal ceremony upon his arrival at the presidential palace, inspecting the troops alongside President Duda. You can expect President Biden to thank Poland for being an ally and a generous host to American troops, as well as millions of Ukrainian refugees. President Biden will then deliver remarks from the Castle Gardens there on a hill over the Polish capital. Senior administration officials say President Biden will affirm Western values of freedom and affirm that the U.S. support of Ukraine is going to endure. You can expect to hear President Biden challenge President Putin directly, declaring Putin's war of conquest is failing, autocracy is weakening, and democracy is strengthening worldwide. That is the message that the world heard from President Biden in his covert visit to the presidential palace in Ukraine, and it's one that he is going to build on in this speech that's coming up in Warsaw. The president will say that Putin thought he could topple Kyiv, but today, that capital city, the free world, is standing strong. Putin also speaking today, delivering his version of the State of the Nation address in Moscow, making a major announcement that he is suspending Russia's involvement in a key nuclear arms pact, the New START Treaty. It is the last remaining nuclear arms pact with the U.S. Putin spewing more claims that Ukraine started the war of Russian aggression and Russia, quote, used force to stop it. Putin is accusing the West of an endless flow of accusations against Russia. Putin going on to say that the West will use terrorists or even the devil himself to fight Russia. Now, President Biden says that he wants to avoid another Cold War. The president also expected to greet U.S. embassy staff and meet with leaders of the eastern flank of NATO allies, as well as the NATO Secretary General during his trip to Poland. Adrienne.
All right. Thank you very much, Allison.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.